Hello guys, hello girls, and welcome back to the shack. We are in the CB Radio Shack again today. And guess what guys? My aerial man's just been round. He was supposed to come tomorrow but he's got something on, so he's got to go to a funeral. So today, he come and done it today. The IMAX is back. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me guys. The IMAX is back up and the Sirio signal keeper is up on the top of the chimney. So we're all done guys, we're all up there and we're all up there and we've now got CB radio in the workshop. Hello Stuart. Yeah, you're gonna regret this guys. You're gonna regret me ever putting a CB in here, I'll tell you that now. You're gonna hate the fact that we've got the radio in the workshop now. Anyway, we've got the two radios out. I did a bit of talking before. I was talking to my friend Brett up the road on this Harvard, and what we've had to do, we've got the SWR meter still connected, because what we've had to do, we've had to have a compromise between this mid-band set here rather, and the UK CB2781 radio here, Muppets as we call it. Nobody there. Let's fasten the mic in. So we'll turn it down a second. We'll go to channel 20, turn this computer on. We'll go to channel 20. Let's move this radio, because what I did, I sent Will up on the roof and I gave him a two-way radio to use, so we could SWR the aerial, because that Sirio had to be SWR'd. We tried to do it on the ground but we couldn't get it to work, so we sent it. So I said to him, I said, your best bet is go up with it and just SWR it up there. So that's what we did. And then we cut we got it all working, and then we cut the coax to length. What we did, we cut the coax to length before we SWR'd it. We got a bit more coax than what we need. SWR, as I say, is a compromise. The reason for that, the reason why we do that is because this is on two separate bands, but it's not that far away. It's not that far away from each other. I mean, if I go to here, channel 20, I know what readings I got from this. If I go to channel 20 on here, and we're on full power, remember, and I key the mic up, we're on 1.6, between 1.6 and 1.7, which is how much was that? 93% of our RF power. So we're getting a couple of percent going back in, but given that this is only the workshop radio, I can live with that. I mean, we got the IMAX. We did the IMAX, Well, the iMacs didn't need SWR in. That just needed reassembling and chucking back up. Yeah, he banged on nice and early this morning, Will. About 10 o'clock or something, at 10 or 11 o'clock he knocked on. He says, "Can I do it today, dude?" I says, "You certainly can." Calls you dude. No worries. "You can do it today, dude." I said, "You certainly can, my friend." So we got it done. We didn't re-coax the iMacs. We just didn't change the coax because there was nothing wrong with the coax. He just took the silver rod down and put the iMacs back up. And I'll tell you what, you can see the difference. It's pulling in signals on that radio that I've never heard before, pulling in people that you never normally get. But that being said, guys, I was on it last night. I was on it yesterday when I first got it, because when I got that new HF set, that Yaesu yesterday, it's a Yaesu 450D, which has got the D means it's got the built-in aerial antenna tuner built into it. The one without the D hasn't. So, you know, we're and I like Yaesu radios. I think Yaesu radios are brilliant. All my HF radios I've ever had, except for two Kenwoods, have always been Yaesus. I've had two Kenwood 440s. They were good radios, the Kenwoods. But I like the Yaesu. I like the way the Yaesus sound and the way they transmit. You know, they just got a nice audio and everything on them. They're a nice radio. Now, where's this going to put me? Is it going to put me where I want it to put me, or is it going to put me on me? I want it to put me on on the vintage CB Radio Shack, really. Do you know something, guys? Right, we're actually getting between 3 and 5. So we're actually getting 4 S points of fucking noise. Four fucking S points of shit we're getting. Can you believe that? We're actually getting 4 S points of shit. The Vintage CB Radio Shack, we're there. We're live, but we're not actually there. We need to go to change accounts. Switch account. So we need to switch it to the Vintage CB Radio Shack, so that I can see what's happening on the shack, in the shack. That would help. This fucking thing would just do as I want it to do. This fucker crashed. Has it? Oh no, it's doing something. Oh, there we go. Thought the cunning thing had crashed for a minute. There we are. We're in the shack. We're probably going to be in the shack tonight as well, guys. Maybe. It depends whether my paint comes for me or the BSR. But anyway, we're not going to discuss that on here, because this is for CB Radio. Yeah, I couldn't find my helping hands before it's here. I had to stick my rest my coax on the cup while I soldered the PL plug on. 2 watching now. Started streaming, yeah, whenever. 8 minutes ago. Hello, Rob. Good afternoon to you, sir. Nice surprise, Andy. Oh, is the aerial sorted then? Brill, yeah. You lot won't be happy because I can spend all my time talking. I don't really talk to people on 19. No, but there's a few on here I do, but not everybody. See if anybody comes on who I know. But if we go to the SWR meter, put on channel 20, and go to the SWR meter, Yeah, 1.6. And I'm happy with that, guys. And it's about the same on all 40 channels. And I'm happy with that. And the reason why I'm happy with it is because what's the point of not being happy with it? I mean, I couldn't expect Will to sit up there all fucking day like a herring, you know, on top of roof. You know, but yeah, he was fast. It didn't take him long. Yeah, it didn't take him long. It's, you know, cost me 150 quid to get both aerials up. You know, but that being said, you know, you have to appreciate the guy has to earn a living. And that's fair enough. He did 2 aerials. I mean, he didn't have to provide the aerials. I already had them. But that being said, if he had to provide the aerials, the IMAX alone is just shy of 200 quid. They're about £169, depend where you buy them. Some places are 189. Depends where you buy it from. So we'll say 170 for the IMAX. So if he was to pick that up for me, then that would be added on. And the Sirio Signal Keeper, which is the workshop aerial, which is on the roof, that's £50 odd on its own. As you know, I was on the net when I was on here talking to you when I bought that. And plus I had to buy the extension pole, which came with another bracket that I didn't use. But you know, and that was 13 quid for the bracket I didn't use when I nicked the pole off. And he had to provide some new clamps because my clamps broke when he undone them on the iMac on the silver rod. You know, to get the silver rod down, the clamps broke, so he had to put new clamps on there. I thought I had some, but I didn't have the right size. So he provided some. You know, and there was the clips. I asked him to clip everything down nice and neat. That's all done nice and neat. You know, I will tidy the coax up at some point. You know, tack it on correctly along here, so it's nice and neat, and we just have it coming onto the bench. Because this is really the radio bench for doing CBs and stuff. But yeah, I'm happy with what he's done for me, guys. I mean, he come round, he done it. He got paid a few days ago. I paid him on Monday. And I just said to him, well, Christine lives next door to him, next door but one to him. He lives next door but one to Christine, so I just said to Christine, give him the money for me. So I gave her the money to give him. And, you know, he's done a good job for me. I mean, we could have probably got the SWR down even further, but I didn't want him sat up there all day like a fucking herring, you know. Didn't want him sat there all day, so. And he's got other things that he's got other jobs to go to, so we got it. We got it to where it is, and I radioed up to him on the walkie-talkie. He took the walkie-talkie up with him. I radioed him on the walkie-talkie on PMR, and I said to him, I said, that'll do us, Will. I says, we're at 1.6. You know, that's good. That, and it's we're getting, you know, 93% of our RF is going out through the aerial, so we're losing a little bit, but we'll lose a bit because of the SWR meter being in line. But when we take that out of line, we won't lose a bit. We'll gain a bit back then. So, you know. Yeah, but they're a bit of a pig to SWR, them Sirios. But he said to me, he said, if you have any problems, you know, then I'll come round and I'll sort it for you. You know, so if the wind whips the aerial and blows and knocks the swire out, he'll come and do it for me. SWR even, he'll come and do it for me. But you know. Let's have a quick look on here, see what's about. then it was all quiet. Don't know why it bleeped then. Why did my SWR just bleep? Go back to channel 20. 169, 170, yeah, it's right. The wind is blowing it a bit, it is right. Go to channel 40. That's channel 1. 1.7. 1.5 on 40. Yeah, that's okay. And channel 20. Don't know why I did that on channel 19. But it's working anyway. What we can do now, guys, we can take the SWR meter out of line because we don't really need it, and it runs on batteries, this, so we don't really need the SWR meter in there. See, we've got a nice PL plug on there now, and what we can do, we can fuck it. I'm gonna put one of these radios away in a bit. I'm not leaving these both all this on the bench. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna find somewhere, because I want to use my TriStar. You know, we can put that away now because we know the SWR is okay. It's acceptable, so yeah, we're not going to go use mid-band because I was on there before and there was fuck all on it. And this could be Christine. It is. Cup of coffee time, cup of coffee time. It's cup of coffee time. Oh, hang on. Where's me mic? There it is, dropped down to me bollocks. Hey, Christine! Christine!
Andy, I've not got you on my phone anymore. Something's happened, half of my numbers have gone missing.
Well, I'll phone you, won't I, and put your number back in.
Right, I've not got Laura.
Right, you'll sort it. There's a round package in the hallway. We bring in for me. Is there anybody on here today, or is it all dead quiet?
Yeah.
Cheers. Where is everybody? Hello. One niner, Roger. Well, we know it's working, so we don't have to worry. But no,
Yeah, you can have a Roger. You can definitely have one of them.
Hello, Brettus, and how are you doing, sir?
I'm alright, mate. About the same as I was 45 minutes ago, and then 50 minutes ago.
Yeah, Roger Dodger. Yeah, I'd forgotten I spoke to you early. My memory's in goldfish mode. Yeah, yeah. I'm doing a YouTube video. You don't mind, do you, Brett?
No, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, mate. Do what you will.
Roger Dodger, say hello to my viewers, Brett. This is Brett, a friend of mine from up the road, guys. And he comes round now and again, about every 20 years he comes round with the, what are they, macaroons?
Yeah, that'll be him, yeah. Deep fried. Lovely chocolate, 6 at a time. I only see one though, he gets very fond. Over. Roger
Dodger, I sent him home once, guys, because he didn't come with him. Remember that, Brett? when old Tony and Alan. Hey, I wonder whatever happened to old Tony. Remember the guy that looked at the rig for you that time?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Yeah, I've no idea. No idea, lad. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, because he just disappeared like a fart in the wind, didn't he? He did his, what do you call it? He did his M0, you know, because he did his M6 at the same time as me. Because did I get to know him then? No, I knew him just before that. I can't remember how I got to know him. Oh, I got to know him on the CB on 28. Remember we all used to go on with Alan on 28 May. I got to know him on there. And we was talking, we met up at the radio club at Stockport. We did our exam together. And, you know, and he did his M6, then he went straight for it. I think he did his 2E0, then went straight on for his M0. And I've never heard him on since. But he was getting on a bit though, that's why I called him Old Tony.
Yeah, mate, yeah, he was taking the years a bit. Not saying he's dead for a minute, but there's one or two that can't see, and definitely more that can't hear. But hey, you know, we're all a mix, aren't we just? Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well that's it, you see. Yeah, I'm just on the Harvard at the moment. I'm gonna put the, what do you call it, in here in a bit. I'm gonna get the TriStar 747 out, so that I can go on 555 and all that lot. You know, so I'm not just limited. But I just got this off the shelf, just so we could get the SWR down on that serial. I'll tell you what, they're a bastard to set them, you know, because you know I set him up with a walkie-talkie, so that we could, you know, I could sit here with the mic keyed and he'd make the adjustments. And I said to him, I said, it'll be very finicky. Anyway, we got it to 1.6. That'll do, that's good enough.
Yeah, mate, yeah, all that farcical carry on at 1.1, totally unnecessary. Yeah, you're right, mate. Anyway, it's obviously working. Mind you are a quarter of a mile away. I could, well, we've been here before, haven't we? You know what I mean? Well, I'm glad you've done it, mate. Means you're back on the air. Have a go at the, what, was it a Doofer Star or something? Yeah, have a go at the 555, mate. You're wondering where everybody is, and that's exactly where they're at. There's hundreds of them.
Roger. Yeah, they're all on the triple nickel, aren't they? I know I've not got it. I'll get it out in a bit. I'm gonna have a coffee first. Put these two radios back away because I've got a mid band out, so I could check the SWR on the mid band, and it's about the same on both, so that's good enough. It should be all right on 555 because that's only high band. That's only a little bit further up, so we should be okay. But yeah, I'm just saying to me subscribers, they won't get much work out of me now. I'll be sat here talking. I'll tell you what, guys, you're going to regret I put a radio in here. You know, because I didn't really want to have a radio in the workshop, but I thought, well, I might as well, because I'm fixing quite a few radios at the moment.
And so you should, mate, so you should. There's the skill. If you weren't about to take bits and bobs out of everything, well, the life would be a bit immoral, wouldn't it, really? Hey-ho. Right, but I'll leave you, mate. You take care of yourself. Thanks for the introduction, and all's good. Back to you for your final.
Yeah, just before you go, Brett, I was telling the guys one night that I nearly electrocuted some poor fucker in my kitchen. This is the guy I'm talking to now, guys. I nearly electrocuted him in my kitchen. You take it easy, my friend, and I'll catch you later, Brett.
Yeah, he should have earthed, really. He should have earthed well before he got to me. Very nearly touched the ceiling, and when he come back down, I caught it. Yeah, even so, a good old bell that one. Never been so lively. Take it easy. Ciao for now.
Yeah, 73's, mate. Catch you later, buddy. Bye for now. And there we go, guys. You've heard a little bit of live radio. What do you think of that? We're now in the shack with a radio. We're now we can now have a radio in the workshop. Christine, what happened to that coffee? You thought you'd done it. You thought? What the hell did you use? Wow. It frightens you when she thinks. No, that's why I want another one. Of course I drunk ages ago. I couldn't enjoy that one though because I was setting the area up with Will.
I've not got your number on my phone anymore.
Well, get my phone out of the bedroom. I'll ring your phone and you'll have my number. Well, where's your old phone?
Isn't it? It's been thrown away.
Well, why didn't you copy? Why didn't you have somebody copy the numbers to your SIM card first? And then when you put it in, it would have all been there. Right, what we've got in our tube, guys, because I'm sure you're itching to know. This is the Rexine. Well, it's the actual what do you call it? Covering. It's the cord. Let me just put those in the wash for me, please, Christine.
Oh, scrap. Where's your biscuit? Meat it.
Oh, Matt called me. I'll ring Matt up. But I'll ring him in a minute. I'll just ring Christine.
It's not got Andy on it.
Pass it here. If you pass it me, I'll fucking set it for you. Is it the same as the other phone?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll set it for you.
Give us your cup, Andy.
Right, well, I will if I can.
Put Laura's in.
I don't know, I can't. Laura will do hers. New contact. Hang on a minute. There's another way of doing this. Save. Create new. Andy. There, I've saved my number, Christine. Right, let's ring Matt up.
Come in.
That might be the courier.
Are you okay? Thank you.
Is that Paul?
Alright, see ya.
Oh no, no. Oh, was it the coloured fella? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You saw scraps and shit yourself.
He's all right. He's all right. That coloured lad. Let's see what have I been brought?
A box.
A box. Somebody brought me a box. Put it down there. I know what that is. Ooh.
I'll give him the phone.
Oh, there's your phone. Will you do me a favour, Christine?
What?
You put these in the bedroom. Just take them through, put them in the fucking bedroom somewhere for me. UCBs. I don't want them in here. Now my camera's fucking changed. Fucking hell. There we go. Right. We're gonna do a live unboxing, guys. Let me just... Let's just unplug these mics.
Is that new CB?
No. I've had these for ages. Just put them on my bed or something. Fucking hell. Look at all these fucking leads. It's like, do you know something? It's like wrestling a fucking octopus. Fucking wrestling a fucking octopus, this lot. Yeah, grab these. There you go. Oh, hang on a minute, the coax is caught up. There we go. Right, put them on the bed for me. We've got an unboxing. And I've got a feeling I know what this is. Oh! I've got a feeling I know what this is. I hope it's CB related. If it's not, guys, I apologise, but we'll do our best. But I think this is CB related, and I think it's, to be honest with you, this box is a bit big, but I think this is, I think it belongs to, let's move some of this stuff. Christine,
Yeah?
put these radios back in the front room for me.
I've got these in my hand, Paul.
Oh, you still got them in there? I thought you'd put them, thought you'd got rid of them by now. Put that there for a minute. Put the double load. Put that back in the...
What do you want?
Put these back in the... Put them back in the dining room for me. Careful you don't drop them.
Wait a minute, keep hold of one.
There we go, guys. I'm hoping this is... Oh, hang on. I thought I'd cut right through it. There we are. Oh, we're not short of carrier bags. That feels like a... a Uniden. Right. That's a plug. And that's a Uniden home base. It looks a bit worse for wear. Got a few chips taken out of it. There's one of its feet. Put that there a minute. One of its feet have fell off. Down there for a minute. Right. And there we go. Christine! You put this box in the bedroom for me. Because it's got to go back in it. So it just fell off the workbench, I don't know what. Put that in the bedroom for me. Because that's got to go, I've got to need that to send this back. Yeah, cheers. Something just fell off the workbench, I don't know what. Oh, switch cleaner. We don't want to lose our straw either, do we? Right, so let's see what we've got here, shall we? We've got... We're not going to plug the aerial straight in. We've got a Uniden Uni-Ace. but we've got the. This is basically a PT 345. And we're on 19. He must probably spend most of his time on 19. Let's put this foot up here under here for a minute. It's been just glued on. We'll put a proper screw in that for him. It's just been glued on, that's why it's come off. Shove it under there so it doesn't wobble around everywhere. Right, let's plug the mic in. We've got the Uniden mic. This is not the test mic, but we'll use it. Should work. Well, it flicks across.
Yeah, Andy. What do you want this?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, put it there. Don't think that works, that radio. Hang on. Yeah, we're getting something with that very little volume. Yay. High-low tone. High-low power's been disconnected. So let's put the SWR meter on. It sounds like it's got a problem with the audio, this. Let's put the SWR meter in. Let's put the SWR meter in. Try and see if we can sort this thing out. I've got a feeling, and the foot's fell off onto the floor. Fuck's sake, we'll find that later. Shove a fucking Stanley knife under it. Right, I forgot the foot was loose, it fell off. So, turn that on. See what we're doing. Why is it doing that? Might be a dodgy wire. Could be a dodgy cable, that, guys. That's not right. That's not right. I think I've got a feeling the wire's okay. Right. I've got a feeling the wire's okay. Right, so that's right. We know the dummy load's okay. So what we'll do, we'll plug it into the Marconi. Plug the Marconi in. If we can ever find the fucking wire for the Marconi. We have to have a good sort out on this bench tonight, guys. Because we can't find fuck all. Right, and there's the Marconi. Let's plug the Marconi in. But there's a problem somewhere because it shouldn't make the meter bleep. What are we doing? What are we doing? Doing about 6 watts according to the Marconi. Let's check our meter. Check our SWR meter. Check our lead. I mean, this lead was working before. Shit. This lead was working before. We used it to SWR that aerial. So I don't think it's me lead. But we'll test anyway. But we used it to test that aerial. To SWR the aerial. So right. So we'll test this lead. No, that's fucking hell. It's got a dirty volume control. Nearly jumped out my fucking out my chair then. That's good. So I don't know why. Don't know why we're getting. I don't think this lead's bad. I think this lead's okay. Yeah, lead's okay. So it could be a bad connection at the socket. Could be a dirty socket or anything. So let's turn this back off. Plug this back in. Back into our SWR meter. We can look at the. Yeah, it needs a bit of work doing on it, guys. Right, so where's the that's the wrong fucking lead. Stupid bastard. Where the fuck have I just put the fucking lead for this? That ain't it. I'll tell you what, we can borrow that lead. I've just lost the fucking lead for this. I just fucking dropped the cunt somewhere. Right, just borrow this lead. We'll look at the receiver and everything. Could be the lead, but I doubt it. No, it's not the lead. Not the lead. So we've got a problem somewhere. Let's plug the aerial in. See if we get anything down the aerial. See, that's the nice thing about having the aerial. Yeah, my fucking lead fell down here, guys. So we know it's not my lead. Right, so let's take my dummy load off. Plug the aerial in on channel 20. .7. Well, we're SW hard. Does it have a built-in SWR meter in it? No, it doesn't. 1.7, 1.6. See, I don't know which is mid-band. was right about one thing. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's check. Let's get me proper Unidentast mic out. There you are. See, we've got Uni-Ace on it. It's a proper Uni-Ace mic. One, two. Hang on. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. So we've got no 1, 2. Oops. So we've got no 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is one very sick radio, guys. This is one very sick radio. We've got no audio. We've got no transmitted audio. This is one very sick radio. We've got no transmitted audio. And it's as deaf as a post. And all the controls are dirty. So basically, guys, that's our project for tonight, should we choose to accept it. And we do choose, because why wouldn't we? Don't know where that other foot's gone, it fell off the bench. Being that it's round, there it is. We'll stick that foot on it later, guys, with a screw. So that's our project for tonight, guys. Hello, Jason. It did, it turned up, I've got it here, mate. Hello, Rob. Yeah, I had one and I got rid of it. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm glad I did. Because to be honest, they're not all that, to be honest. They're not bad. They're a radio, but we'll do it for him, hopefully. It's a bit of a... I'm just checking, because he said it had mid-band on this. And I don't think it has, I think it's Muppet. Because when I pressed that button, all that seemed to do was just change the power. Well, I think that's what it fucking did. Let's put it back on the Marconi. Let's put it back on the Marconi. Because then I'll see if there's proper deflection. Let's put it on the Marconi. That's it. Let's key it up. So let's put the channel 20. That's fuck me, that's way over. Now let's bring it down. That's low power. So that's high low power. And yeah, this is going to need serious work. This is going to need serious. let's just have a look at the receiver. Have a look at the receiver. Yeah, this is not. Hold on. I don't think this has got mid-band in it. I think this has only got UK 1 to 40 FM in it, which is what it's supposed to have. So make sure we don't key the mic. We don't want to blow our instrument up. 79125, which is what we are on, channel 20. Well, look at that, guys. We're not even. Right, we're supposed to be picking this up on channel 20. That's channel 40. 40. But we're not. Yeah, turn that off. Yeah, 27, 7912. Yeah, there's no room for the 5. And yeah, we're on the right frequency. Yeah, we're definitely on the right frequency. And this thing is not receiving it on channel 20. So, needs a good bit of work, this radio. It's very sick and very deaf. So let's come back to you lot over here, because we're not much we're going to do with that now. It's tonight's project, so we'll be back out at 6. We'll be starting on that and hopefully get it going. So it sounds like just an alignment. Somebody's probably been in there and not knowing what they're doing and played with everything. But when it admitted it was on the PA, well, it isn't now. Because when I press the PA, it goes off. The channel display goes off. It actually goes into PA. So, yeah, I'm sure it did. Let me just double check. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, goes into PA. So somebody's taking the mid out. So I'm going to have to go through it. Yeah, nice to see you, Jason. It's always a pleasure. We'll get it. We'll do our best. We've got the service information somewhere. If not, I can always have a word with Richard, and Richard will send me the service information. I'm sure he will. And we'll find a screw for the foot later that was super glued or araldite on, and put a proper screw in that. We should have one somewhere that'll fit. Right, let's go up to camera 5. But yeah, it's definitely not well, that radio, because there's no outgoing, there's no transmitted audio. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. There's no transmitted audio. I don't like the sort of thought of that. although it is transmitting. Whether it's transmitting where it should be, I don't know more about how, but it's transmitting. You can say that again. I hope they haven't broken any of the cores in the transformers. That'll be a real pig. Anyway, we'll get on to that tonight and see what we can do with it. Yeah, a lot of people put the mid on the high and low power. But then you get some that put it on the PA. I just put it where, well, I don't really. Because I don't really. I'll be honest, guys, I don't really support the thought of putting bands on radio, putting extra bands in radios that shouldn't be there. But that being said, you're gonna say yes, but you did the homemade home base, and you added mid. Yes, I did. Because that was done with a board that was purposely made. I didn't have to chop any of the radio up inside. It was just a matter of moving a couple of components to make a bit of room and replacing two capacitors, just swapping two capacitors over and fitting the board in, and then just doing a retune. Are you sure it's the same radio, Jason? You know, are you absolutely sure it's the same radio? I mean, to sell a radio and then buy it back after 17 years, it's a long time. But somebody's definitely taken, if it's ever had mid, somebody's definitely taken it out. Because it's not in there, and the PA has been wired back up. In fact, we can actually try the audio circuit, funny enough, before we go, because if I move my meter, put the old bins back on, disconnect the aerial so we don't accidentally, yeah, have we? I hope I haven't transmitted into my fucking thing. I haven't transmitted into that by accident, have I? No. Don't only kill my tester. Me meter. I've already done two of them fuckers in by doing that. So what we need to do here, guys, is put that there for a minute. We need to have a clear out on here, clear up on here in a bit. Put this back into the back of the dummy, into the back of the SWR meter, because that's our dummy load. That's where he lives. Unplug the coax. We'll plug that back in after. There's the lever, is it? One of them. That's the lead for that. I'll tell you what, guys, it's actually early, so how come that's all jammed up? Oh, Jesus. What's happened there? There we go. what I might do, guys, I might whip the top off this now. But it's definitely... So we'll plug that back into the back there. We don't need that for PA, but we'll plug it in anyway. Just so as we don't squeeze. Right, that's a USB cord. That's the extension speaker. That's not it. That's the extension speaker. That's the extension speaker. Everything's all tangled up, guys. And the good thing about this, because it's a home base, at least we don't have to fuck about. Right, PA. It's that one. Turn the mic gain down. One, two, one, two, one, two. But that doesn't work. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. No audio at all. No audio at all coming out of the PA. And the PA is that speaker is working. There's no audio at all, guys. Nothing coming out of the PA. So what we'll do, guys, we'll have a quick look now, shall we, just inside. Just turn the power off. It's a solid here. That screw's thread's fucked. That one's out. We need to get the other one out. So the way you do it, if the can't turn it out, you just, there we go. It's got the wrong screws in it, guys. This has got the wrong screws in it. There's one missing from that corner. That's the wrong one. That's definitely not right. It fits it, but it's not right. So we're not too concerned. There's another one missing from that corner. These could be right, but I'm sure they were black in these. Sure these have black screws in them. Right. We're not too worried about it. There we go. Now let's have a look, shall we? Right, guys. Here we have the Splendor. If you're into it. Maybe the other one is Unsplendor. Right. Well, I can tell you now. Someone's been at the VCO. A bit of tape in there from somewhere. Now, while we're here, let's spray the switches, because they're going to need to be done anyway. Right. There we go. Right. Them knobs feel stiff. Started to come round though, they will. This has never had mid-band fitted, I don't think, because it's not been disturbed. Right, let's take the bottom off. I'm sure you can take the bottom off these. Sure you can, there's about 1 million screws. We'll take the bottom off anyway, because we're probably going to need to work in there. Yeah, it's been, that screw doesn't want to come, there we go. We'll find a tub to put the screws in, and we'll find a screw for that foot that's fell off, which has disappeared again. Look, there's one missing from there. We'll try and give it a full complement of screws. Well, I don't think this. I've got a feeling it hasn't been disturbed on the top, and if it hasn't been disturbed on the bottom, then this has never had mid-band in it, because you can't put it in without disturbing it. There we go. We're almost out. But I can't see why anybody would take mid-band out. Why would they? Unless it's Richard Sherby, because he takes them out because he doesn't like modified radios, and he does everything in accordance with how the law says it should be done, which is right. You know, he does it how it should be done and puts the radio how it should be. But what we got under here? Let's put this plate down here out of the way. Let's have a look. We're turned off up there. Right. Well, I'm here to tell you, Jason, that this radio, in my opinion, has never had mid-band. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am, because this has not been disturbed. None of this. The PLL hasn't been disturbed, and to put mid-band in it, you've got to disturb that. That's how the factory did it. So this has never had mid-band. It's never been messed with this. It's actually okay. But somebody has been at the, where's my twiddling sticks? Because we don't know where our twiddling sticks are, do we? Because we moved everything. We moved everything and we don't know where we put our twiddling sticks. I think they're up here. I think they're here. There they are. But this has never had mid-band on it, mate. You're probably not going to believe that, but it's a fact. I'll tell you that now. This has never, ever, 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 ever seen mid-band. Because if it had, you can't go in them. That's the one. You can't go in them without leaving a trace. So what we'll do first, we'll start with the, I think what we'll do, we'll start with the transmitter, because we're plugged in. So we'll start. What we'll do, we'll put the Marconi in. We'll start with the transmitter. We'll get the transmitter back up to how it should be. If I can ever find me fucking shit that I need. Where's me Marconi lead? There it is. There's me Marconi socket. Now where's me patch lead to go into the Marconi? There it is. Put that there for a minute. Join them together. Yeah, the thing with this is this has never seen mid-band. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll sort out. I don't know what the VCO should be, but yeah. Volume control's lovely now. Somebody could have changed the front, Jason. You know? Somebody could have changed the front on it, mate. So we want high power. And we want to adjust it's peaked. It's peaked. That's peaked. Let's get the next tool. A bigger tool to adjust these. That's 4 watts, 5 watts. Take this one down, it's too far up, shouldn't be that high up. Watts, just check the balance. We've adjusted that on channel 4 to 30. Doesn't matter, we're still the same. Channel 40. Yeah. Four watts all right away through the box. Now low power. And the low power should be adjustable by this, I think. Sure, it's adjustable. For sure, this adjusts your low power. And we want about there. We'll make fine adjustment with a small meter later. Yeah. It's coming back to life, Jason. Right, so I think that one there is a signal meter, I'm not sure. It could be signal or RF. It's going to be one of them. But we also need to replace some of the capacitors in this, because some of the capacitors in this fail. Put it back on high power. Yeah, that's your signal meter. And we want that for 4 watts. So we want it just in the middle of the red zone. Just about there. Just in the strawberry patch, as Richard says. And then we're down. We can go a bit lower on the, we want a bit less on the, right. I'll tell you what I'll do, Jason. Tell you what I'll do, instead of setting it to 0.5 watts, do you want me to set it to 1 watt on low power? If you want me to set it to 1 watt, I will do. Because we can set it to low 1 watt, no problem. But we're on 4 watts there on high power anyway, that's good enough. Right, so we're going to leave the VCO because it seems to lock. So we're going to leave that because we know somebody's been in there. We definitely know that. We know it's been messed with. So do you want me to set it to an even 1 watt for you, Jason, or do you want me to leave it? Right, well I'll set that to 1 watt for you, we'll do that now. So low power, you may as well have 1 watt. I know it's supposed to be 400 milliwatts, but we'll set it to 1 watt for you. So there we go, guys. 1 watt on low power. So it's 4 watts on high power and it's 1 watt on low power. That's good enough. There you go. So that's, now we need to look at the transmitted audio. We need to find out why we're not getting any. So what we'll do, we'll turn this little radio here on. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two. There we got our transmit audio back, guys. We've got our transmit audio back. I wonder if it was just dirty mic gain socket. Because we've got our transmit audio. One, two, one, two. So let's pull the aerial up on this a bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Right, now which one's the deviation? It usually tells you on some of these, but this one it doesn't. So it's not that one, because that's power meter. So it could be this one. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's not that one. 1, 2. Hello, 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 hello. It's not that one. It's not one of them. Where's the deviation? Is it that bastard? Because I'm running out of things to it. Oh, we 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's turn the mic gain up. Full, it is. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It wasn't me fun. It wasn't the grass that tickled her ass, it was me fingers. That's good enough. That's our deviation done. So we've got our receive audio, our transmitted audio back. So now let's go to the receiver. Hey, you could have this fucker back tomorrow, Jason. Let's just, oh, before we go to the receiver, let's just connect this up. I want to find out why it's making a horrible screaming noise on SWR though, why it's screaming out a warning. Doesn't do it on anything else, only seems to do it on this one. There we go. Pop that there. Oh, we're getting nothing. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's right. Oh, hang on. I plugged the fucking dummy load into the wrong fucking... plugged them up the wrong way around. I thought I had earlier, actually. I thought I was sure the dummy load goes in this one. And I was right. There we go. Balance him there. See, we're not getting the screaming now. We're doing 3.9 watts. So we can turn it up a little bit because the Marconi is off a little bit. So we can turn this up a bit to get us our full 4 watts. But we're on channel 20. Want the big tool, don't we? And set our 4.1 there and 1.1 on low power. That was good enough. Right, so check it on, just check the balance on 40 and 1. 1.11, 1.10, 1.05, that's good enough. That's low power. That's good enough, 4.1. And channel 1 is 4.04. It's good enough. Right. Right, well, we're happy with that. Your transmitter's healthy again, Jason. Your transmitter is now healthy. We can give you... Turn this off. Let's move this. Your transmitter is now healthy. And it's working. Now what we'll do, we'll plug this in and make sure we don't fucking key the mic up. Now, see, we're getting a bit of receive now. It is as deaf as a post though, you're right about that. So what we'll do, we'll start at the front end. Leave that there for a minute. There. Oh, hang on. There we go. Out! Too early. I think that's transmitter, that one. Let's just check that VCO. There you are. We'll check it's in lock when we've done the receiver. We're not messing with the cyanide because it means too much messing about getting on the screen. We're just going to do it this way. That's transmitter, that one, I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's the transmitter. Yeah. Right. What we'll do, guys, we will go through it on the cyanide. I just want to make sure that everything's see how it goes. I can hear that 116 D minus 116. Now the signal meter that should be on 9, and it actually is. It is on 9. That's RF going down, RF going up. Right. So let's it. Let's go through them all again now, guys. Now what we'll do now, we'll put that back into the transmitter. And we'll make sure the transmitter is still working on. Make sure we've still got the transmitter. Because I don't know what the VCO should be on this, I don't know. But as long as it locks on all 4 channels, with all 40 channels, we should be pretty much there. So let's put this back here. Right, well we're 4.2 there. Channel 30. Yeah, we're locking, we're getting locked there. 40, yeah, 4.3. Yeah. We're getting locked there on channel 1. Guess what, Jason? I've fixed it. Let's plug the aerial in. Plug the aerial in and see how we receive. One niner Roger. One niner Roger. Can you tell where you are, please? I've just repaired the radio. I just wanted just to get a quick check, please. I got you there, Break. You got Apollo, by the way, in Stockport on the Ponderosa. Thank you very much there, my friend. I'm getting a good signal off you. It's a 5/9 there, sorry. Thanks for there, Breaker.
No worries, mate. No worries. Same this and mate. BBC quality.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I've just repaired this audio line. PT345. It was only a tune-up. As somebody had played with it. I think we're all right now. I think it can go back home. Cheers there, buddy.
Okay, mate. You take care.
You too, my friend. 73s and 88s to your good lady if you got one. Bye for now, buddy.
Cheers for now.
There we go, Jason. What do you reckon of that then, eh, guy? What do you reckon? I hope you just watched that. We're working. Didn't take much, did it? We're working, guys. We're working. It wants to live. It fucking is. It's working. I think so, Jason, because this has never had mid-band in it, mate. Honestly, it hasn't. I'd say if it had, you know, it's never had mid-band in this. You know, and you know, what can I say? You know, it's tuned up, it's working, it's, you know. I'll tell you what, guys, it's great having an aerial in it because I can actually show yous now. Let's turn this off. I can actually show yous now, rather than you just take my word for it. We can get somebody on and have a chat and get a proper report, you know. Let's come back over this way. I've not checked the frequency because I can't adjust it anyway, so, you know, the frequency on these is non-adjustable, and I haven't got any reference crystals, so I can't change it anyway, so there's not much point checking the frequency. It's not off though, it's probably maybe a little bit out, but not that far. It's not illegally off because that guy was getting me and he was mobile, he was on the M56. But he weren't far from me. What might I say? I don't know, he could have been. But that was a nice contact to get that, actually, a good... that was a nice contact to get that. We didn't take much getting it, did it? Didn't take much getting the contact on it, so we know it's working. So what we'll do, we'll find a full complement of screws from somewhere, put some nice fucking decent screws in it, screw your foot back on, and we'll get it boxed up and let me know when you need it back, Jason. We'll get it out to you, mate. But yeah, it looks like somebody's used your radio for bits and put your front on. If that's the front you had, somebody's put it on that radio, because that radio hasn't had midband because it's never been disturbed, and I'm glad really, because it's nice to see them original. You know, it's nice to see them like that, and I'm, you know, really happy with the job Will did, putting that aerial up on the roof. It's really done a good job for me there. You know, I mean, it might sound a bit dear, but that being said, good quality work is never cheap. You know, I've always said if you want to pay if you're gonna pay peanuts, get monkeys. You know, if you want to pay peanuts, get monkeys. If you want a proper nice job doing, then yeah, get on with it. I'll let you know, Jason. It's not a lot, but I'll let you know. It won't be a lot. I'll let you know via email. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You won't shit yourself on this one. You've seen what I've done, so you know we'll just give it a bit of a clean up, and you know, and didn't take much that, did it? I thought we was gonna be in for late night reading of the manual and all sorts. To be honest, Jason. The way you described it to me on the phone, I'll be honest, I expected a bit of a basket case. I will double check the VCO. I will ask Richard. What the VCO should be if he knows. He will know. It will say in the manual. I did have the manual, but I lost it, so I've only got the service. What do you call it now? So I will double check the VCO before it comes back. But I think we're all right there, because it is locking in on all... No worries, Jason. It is locking in on all 40 channels and it's transmitting. And, I mean, most people only use one channel now. Anyway, they only use 19. But, yeah, it's all working. I'll spray them press buttons on the front as well, give them a dose. Your channel control, is a bit noisy, but I can't spray that. They're supposed to be self-cleaning. So once you've used it a few times and twiddled it, flicked through it a few times, it'll clear up anyway. But it's not terminally bad. It's good. It's actually what we also need to check is make sure that the power supply is putting out the 13.8 volts into the radio as we want it to do, as it should do. I took the bottom off thinking I was going to be doing a load of soldering and replacing parts. There are some capacitors in there that need to be replaced. I think there's 2 or 3 capacitors. I'll have to check Richard's notes and remind myself of what they are, because they do need to be done after all these years. Even though that thing's working, Richard says change them, so that's what we'll do. We'll put replacements in, and you know, so at least basically the radio's working, and I've had a contact on it, so we know it's working. Yeah. Yeah, so we know it's right now. Well, that's sort of saved our job for tonight. Well, what we'll do tonight, guys, we'll recap it. We'll do the capacitors tonight. We'll do that tonight. And then we'll get it put back in the box, and when Jason needs it, we can get it back out. Can I do that? But I'm going to, yeah, that's what I've just said. I'm going to do the capacitors tonight. Yeah, I'll do them. Of course I will. Because Richard said they need to be changed, so it was only about 3 or 4. It was either 2 or 3 or 4. But the free, I think they're the free big ones. There's one down near the power where the power supply goes in, where the 13.8 goes in. There's one down there, one near the audio output IC, and the other one up near the PLL. So yeah, I'll do all them for you, Jason. Of course I will. But there's no point in me checking the frequency because I can't adjust it. Because on Unidens it's non-adjustable. But it's not out. It's not illegally out because that guy came through clear as a bell, didn't he? I mean, he was a bit up and down at some point because he was mobile, but he came through clear as a bell. You know. But what we'll do, we'll do the capacitors and we'll put some fresh wax in the VCO. But that was the crux of the matter, really. Somebody had been. I'm surprised it was transmitting. I do my best, Jason. I do my best. I'm surprised, actually, guys, that it was transmitting because I was surprised it was even locking because the VCO was out. As soon as I twisted that VCO transformer, as soon as we give the coil and as soon as we gave that a bit of a twist. Wound that back up a bit. The receive came straight up. It came straight up the receive, and the receive for what we're getting out of it now, it's about right for one of them. So, but we will go over it later tonight, guys. We'll go over it again, and we'll fine tune it with the Cyanide meter, because we might get a bit more out of it for him. But we're not going to mess with the power because we've done the power. So we'll look at it on the Cyanide tonight. We'll do the capacitors. We'll look at it on the Cyanide and see if it needs. And we'll just touch up the alignment because I've only done it with the signal meter. But we'll just touch up the alignment and that was quite a good contact that because. Yeah, he said it was nice and clear. So we know the deviation's okay. Because if it was too loud, he would have said, "Oh man, you're too loud." But there again, you can get around that by just turning the mic gain down a bit. So, yeah. I'll tell you what though, guys, you lot are gonna regret that I've got an aerial in here now. Because I'm going to put I want to set the TriStar 747 up in here so that I can go on triple nickel. Because a lot of people disappear. A lot of people I speak to piss off over there. They all fuck off on the 555. So, and I can't bring me, what do you call it in here? Me 6900. Because that power supply won't run it. It'll run me TriStar. But yeah, I'm getting more experience, guys. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah, roller. I've got this here as well. This is a roller tubing. It's I asked Will when he come round. I was talking to Brett before I come on and had a bit of a QSO with Brett in front of you on the I see Brett doesn't mind, you see. Brett will talk to you. Some people won't talk to you. If they know you've been doing a video, so a lot of people won't speak to you, but Brett does. It's just a shame Brett isn't about 20 miles away. Because then I could really get a good check off him. But he's only up the road from me. I mean, I can spit. For where Brett lives, I can spit, guys. He's very close to me, Brett. He's a good friend as well. He's been here many a times. He usually comes, when he does come, he has to come. When he comes, he has to bring the coconut macaroons with him. With the chocolate coconut macaroons. He's not allowed in if he doesn't have them. He came here once, I sent him back home. I said, "Where's the macaroons?" He says, "I forgot myself, you better go back home." He got to the gate, I said, "I'm only kidding, come in." I wouldn't really send him home just because he forgot them. Yeah, but he normally brings a packet of coconut macaroons and we have a macaroni with a tea, with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or whatever. Yeah, a lot of people go and hide there on 555. I've not really bothered with it, you know, Jason, but I will now. You know, now my IMAX is back up, and I've got a nice radio to do it. I've got me. You haven't seen my Yaesu 450 at 450D, have you? I got yesterday because what I did, I set it up. It came in. I didn't even unbox it because I didn't even do an unboxing. I didn't need to because it was in its original box. It was inside a box with its original box and all its original packaging. And I got 2 mics with it. The guy gave me 2 mics, the original mic and another one. I got 2 mics with it. You know, so... But I paid £450 for that Yaesu. But I don't mind that. You know, I don't mind that. I don't mind buying something if I really want it. And it's going to do what I need it to do. And it does. I mean, my knowledge of it isn't quite up there yet. I managed to get it to, I managed to get it as far as 19 so I could talk to somebody. But how posh am I? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But you know, I am a licensed amateur, Jason. You know, I am a licensed radio operator, so. You know, I can have all that sort of stuff and use it. You know, I can have all that kind of gear. But I mean, the 6900 that won't get a look in now. You know, that probably won't get a look in. It hasn't even got the aerial connected to it. It's plugged into the Yaesu. But yeah, I had to check the SWR on the while Will was on the roof, sorting out the bracket, the lashing kit and stuff to put the Cineo on. While he was up there, I was in the shack. I was in the radio shack. I was in there talking to Brett on the Yaesu. It was nice to get someone other than Brett actually, because Brett's only up the road, and you know, I mean, yeah, it does tell you. I mean, someone like Brett will tell you, and he'll give you an honest opinion. He will tell you if your signal's crap, or whether your audio's crap, or whatever. He will give you an honest opinion. He's a good guy, but it's nice to get somebody. Like that fella I just got. It's nice to get somebody like that who's out and about and mobile, because you can get a really good test of your signal, you know, and you know, unlike Richard, I'm not going to call mine on the air test. I think what we'll do, we'll call mine rig checks. You know, we'll just call it rig check, and you know, that's what we'll call ours. I think we'll call it rig check. Rather than on the air, because there's a few people who call it on the air, so we'll just call it rig check, something like that. But the silver rod that come down, that Will took down, that's going round to the Mildreds, and I've already got a handle for the Mildred. I'm going to call him the Backdoor Rider. I said to him the other night on the phone, I said, I've got a good handle for you, Mildred. He says, what? I said, the Backdoor Rider. He says, you cheeky bastard. I said, when I shout Backdoor Rider, I said, that'll mean you. Yeah. Yeah, I've been. To be honest with you guys, I've been after another HF radio. I sold my last one. I got a good price for it actually. I sold it to some friends. and I got a good price. I mean, they got it at mates rates, but we're mates, so you know that's what you do with your friends. You know, and he sold me a load of gear, and he did it to me at mates rates. So you know, and that's how the world goes round. You know, but I sold my last one. I think it was I think it was a Yaesu FT840. I'm sure it was an FT840. I'm sure it was. And I sold that. I think I sold that for 200 notes. I was skint at the time, and you know, I sort of, like I say, I sold it to a friend. So you know, I just said make me an offer. He says 200. I says done. You know, and it got a service before it left, and then he took it to another place to have it serviced. And the guy he took it to said it doesn't need it. It's been done. You know, he put it on the on his test gear. And he said doesn't need it. It's been done. You know. Marmite Miner, yeah. I'm not going to call him a Marmite Miner. Backdoor Rider, yeah. Marmite Miner. Lots of fucking names for them, isn't there? I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I've got nothing against gay people. I mean, I really haven't, you know. You know, I mean, there's a few gay guys who come on here, you know. I won't say names, but I know there's a few guys on here that come on my chat and they're gay. And that's fine. You know, it doesn't bother me that. You know, I'm not, but just because I'm not doesn't mean to say that there's anything, you know. I mean, yeah. Do I totally agree with it? The answer to that is no. But do I accept it? The answer to that is you've got no choice. It's in society, so therefore you have to. But do I agree with it? No. You know, and I'll be perfectly honest, I don't agree with that. But it's not for me to say whether people should or not. People have got free will. They've got a right to do what they want. And you know, if they want to do that, that's down to them, and I just don't. You know, I prefer a nice lass. You know, I prefer a nice woman. You know, I remember when we was kids. You know, we used to say, "Be careful where you fart." I says, "Why?" We used to call it the homosexual love call when we was kids. I remember this guy came to stay with us once. He was a relation of my Auntie Winnie's partner. We used to call her partner Uncle Jim. Although they weren't really married, we called him Uncle Jim because his name was Jim and he was with, you know, still call, you know, he's passed on now, but you know, I still called him Uncle Jim because it was just right to, just felt right to. Well, it was, I think it was his brother or his nephew or something, David, he came to stay with us. And my mum put him up in the box room. And he didn't stay long. You know, he didn't stay long. He was only here a few weeks. There a few weeks rather. Hello, hello, Chris. Gays are okay. Whatever floats people's boats. Well, that's it. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, guys, you know, people do. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can't stand men kissing in public, or women. You know, men kissing men in public, or women doing the same thing. I can't stand it. It gets to me, but. What people do in their own home, that's entirely up to them. You know, I don't have any control over it. I don't want any control over it. What I do in my home is down to me. What you do in your home is down to you. What everyone does in their own home is down to them. That's great. But you know, but I have to say something if I see it in a public place. I just do. I can't help myself. I'm back being full of a cold. Haven't been Haven't been sat at the PC only TV, no keyboard. Right. Oh, no worries, Chris. I hope you're feeling better. You know, but yeah, I spoke to Mike Racing Demon. I think I mentioned it, didn't I? No, I think I mentioned it in the video I did yesterday. But yeah, I spoke to Mike Racing Demon, and Mike's in fine song. He's okay. I like Mike. He's a really, really good bloke. Yeah, did you catch the bit of CB radio we did before, Chris? You'll have to rewind it if you didn't. We had a mobile breaker on the M56 on that audio line radio there belonging to Jason. It didn't take us long to get that sorted out. Just a retune. You know, but that's why it was deaf, because somebody had played with the VCO. Of course, it's going to be there. I'm surprised, like I say, guys. I'm surprised it was actually transmitting. I mean, that's the first thing I go for on radios. The first thing I check is the VCO usually, but because it was transmitting, I just thought I'd check it as a last resort on the tune-up. Because I thought, well, if I move it, I can put it right. And as soon as I touched the damn thing, it was pretty much right. As soon as it started being twiddled, it just came in. The signal meter went up and everything. Lovely. But we'll go through it properly tonight with the Synad meter. And, you know, we could get this back on its way home then. Try and find some screws for it. Some nice big screws. Try and find some for it and, you know, get it back on its way home. It can be got back then. And yeah, there we go, guys. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What time are we on? Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'm glad we were able to have a bit of radio play as well as just fix a radio. See, now we can plug an aerial in. We've got an aerial in the workshop. I mean, you guys are going to probably regret I ever did that, but, you know, I suppose, you know, even if I'm not really going to talk in here that much, I suppose an aerial is needed, isn't it? So we can, you know, we can do a bit of do a few checks and stuff. You know, because it's all right me putting them on the instruments and saying, yeah, that's all right, but how do you know that? Or how do I know that for that matter? You know what I mean? I mean, without, you know, getting an outside, it's better to get. I mean, I know the right, but it's better. I think it's better to get an outside opinion. And, you know, you're right then, aren't you? You know, you get an outside opinion and, you know, you just know. No worries, Jason. You take it easy, my friend. And you don't have to keep thanking me, but yeah, I do appreciate it. And I'll speak to you later, buddy. Anyway, guys, listen. I'm going to call it a day. We've done Jason's radio. We're going to come back later and change capacitors. And we'll give it a final adjust, we'll give it a final alignment. We're not going to touch the transmitter. We're happy with the transmitter. That's done. The transmitter's transmitting as it should. But I have turned it up to 1 watt on the low power. So it's 1 watt on low power, and it's 4 watts, just a smidge over 4 watts, give or take on high power. So, you know, because I think 400 milliwatts, you know, I mean, I'll always set them to that. All these are set to that in case they ever, in case I ever decide to sell them, and the set as a manufacturer wants you to set them. But if somebody like Jason and the radio's in and they're on the chat and I ask them, do they want it set to 1 watt? Then that's fine. You know, 1 watt's good enough. For 1 watt's acceptable for low power. You know, I mean, how many people ever use low power anyway? I bet Jason, I bet you've never used low power. I haven't. Well, I have when I was lived at my parents, because we used to play it with next door's TV. But you know, hang on a minute, hang on. But living on my own, I've never used it. I go on high power, I put it on high power and stay there. Who is it? Hello, Paul. Move scraps. Afternoon, Paul. Let's take it at Christine's. Oh, it's aerosols. It's my paint. Come on, scraps! Scraps! See you later, Paul. In you come. In you come. Move. Move, you dopey fucker. My pliers I fell on the floor and all, I wonder where they went. But I didn't need them. Yeah, I thought it was something for Christine, it's not. There's one of your bags that fell out of that box, Jason. Yeah, there's... yeah, back in the 90s and the 80s, we had to because it was all analogue, wasn't it? I mean, you had no choice. Because everything was analogue. As soon as you squeezed your mic, your neighbours knew you were on. Yeah, what we've got here, guys, this is for probably for tonight or maybe tomorrow now. But that's our aerosol paint. I'm gonna do Jason's radio first. And after I've done Jason's radio, because it's on because it's on the bench, and then we'll get the BSR sprayed up for the disco console. And I've got the Rexy, well, I've got the vinyl wrap there to do the motorboard, and I might get 2 motorboards out of that because it's fucking long enough. So I may get 2 motorboards out of that. A nice deep red Rexine vinyl wrap rather. I'll probably do the vinyl wrap off camera because I might need to do it in the front room, or I won't be able to do that on my bench. I might have to do it on the coffee table in the front room or on the kitchen. Anyway, you all take it easy, guys and girls, and I'll be back later on this channel with the finishing off of Jason's radio. Bye for now, guys.